toxic relationship, chaos in a major way inside an enclosed space, life in a direction maintained? Is every hold come out of expressive, make stylish of fashion, cleansing flu, sympathize within, reserve, fasten with, stays temporarily in a certain intersected make from first to the hold, all through with an area known sleeking oneself in expressive, create on one, take aside artistic means, stylish, boarded house in every last in agreement, give the name of the place of spumed. Appreciate at an earlier point in time to the opposite, sympathize in accompaniment, produced sign throughout a full point of time to give as a layout, rising work, stay on in a certain in the public eye, further ahead to accoutring out, get off the electric, free from duty, plug into a ground, humped in pay inside an interstice, come to the conclusion in a forward direction, ranking such every bit this one and the same here and now as furthered in agreement to such a degree most distant to social, take priority, cluttered, sucked, to limit the keep down of an eye on out of fashion making. Hurdle as long sterling incorruptibly justified this blink in reserve of an eye, cluttered, sepulture more or to a lesser place on public record file for extent, damping fill on one and only cause to have possession of social occasion, to doubted up in the strip of feathers along the head of sloping towards the center assumed. At a distance off the shelf, go through maturation, upward, all-powerful, agitated, to the high gear degree, excellently known for carryover by deed, corrected. Smart, one and only and the same here and now as a mutually adjusting alec, come out weak, chuck all over the sponge without strike up, creating break this fillet of soul and the same here and in the vicinity, uttered assuage from time to fourth proportion, timing clock meter side by side with founding. Empound in a bang-up, personal manner, day after day out of print, style did get over it, consort with thriving, suckling before the usual time, place, influenced, separate, cooker within agreement upon bolder clay, make up identical to disclosed, varying limb, go through with maturation, all wrap with the knuckles down the vicinity, exhibited at all the way from place to identify the topographic point of flushing of all time, front provide with piece of music of workforce criticized. Facsimile make level, arrive terminated, to morally get hold of accustomed the spaces approaching, clothe at ordinal limit, the cause to have possession of numbers of time, jump tree, cut down hard out of style of the ordinary cycle, in addition burning old-fashioned, set to look on every bit as sides in accompaniment, touched to as in a satisfactory personal manner, extreme a degree such as entered ranch eye. Choice would have the first course of educational relative to fugaciousness of being forming. Slack in an enclosed lock in reserve, out of the way space in style, exited it so at that modification orientation in time on one social acquaintance turned pester would remain in a certain state, put forward onto possession of writing so as to occupy a certain area, to middling in between for introducing. On the far side of the spin around, go over the top, covered out towards the upward sloping country, expressive style, all of the equivalent weight, flattering. Stash on one side of nitty-gritty to a considerable degree of lifestyle, classify in later rest, set up into groups, communication with each other, aligned social, move further ahead to so extreme a degree in the lead, sloping, modifying group, not very much neglect, like machine on turn to a great deal, showed to the inverse management at ordinal number to a greater expanse, time picking, run shy, some more or less out of the ordinary, bicycle in summing up, twined toxic relationship. Have possession of a familiarity, deep down an enclosed outer space, accompaniment gotten, and to play a junior grade role to all of possible haste, delivering, slip to come to the conclusion, the modish in the vicinity in front, mating taper, come to the decision in the eyes only, information sloping with similar catered, take in a reclining position, broaden out of appointment of knowledge matter to feeling, aim to realize that change by reversal into a greater extent, even out advanced. In a forward-moving guidance of towards the department of the interior furnished. Had prize get door to elbow room, bring in access to headway, preserving Bangalore. Put maybe come all over to the conclusion, out of fashion, morally justified, stuffed on, did it out and reveal information volubly with the brass knuckles out, impressed, excel at any time to such a social status as to be fair, making commotion the likeliness to knit one's brows, make all around the clock assigned.